Real quick before we hop into the video, since the gun running DLC is going to be coming out very soon, if you guys want some cheap shark cards, check out G2A's website in the description below. They have some great deals on shark cards and even other, video game stuff. So if you want to check it out, link below. Okay, so I did the video earlier today. I kind of got caught up on all the gun running DLC information that Rockstar has put out. I haven't really looked too much into the pictures to sort of see hidden details and stuff that I may have missed, but I have a general idea of what's going to be coming out with this gun running DLC, and I asked you guys on Twitter to send me some questions about it, and here are my answers and opinions. So, the first one from Darren: will Rockstar drop the DLC when these people are visiting next month? Alright, so basically just sort of, because I got this question a lot, when do you think the DLC is going to be coming out? Since they did just say in June, they didn't give a release date, when do you think it's coming out? So, here's the deal. June 6th, that's the rumored release date, that's the release date that many people think it's going to be coming out on, and it's still a possibility. The one thing though with June 6th, I feel like since that is next week, if they would have, or if they are going to release the DLC on that date, I would think, or you would think, that they would have given that date since it is so early in June. The reason they just said in June, I feel, is because they're still working on this DLC and they don't really know. Maybe it's going to come out later because of that. Again, this is all just speculation, but that's sort of my thought on June 6th. I still would like to see it come out on June 6th, but I don't know. Next week, June 13th. Now, this is the week of E3, and I don't know if they would actually release it on this week because of all the other information out there regarding every other game coming out. If they want people to be hyped for this DLC, you don't want it to come out when people are announcing Destiny 2 or Battlefront 2 and all this other stuff. So I don't know if they're going to release it on that date. The date, or the week after that, I believe, is June 20th. And this, if it is sort of not delayed, but if it is, or if they are still working on it and it's not completely done, maybe this is the date we get it on, because they do say in June, and that's a week after E3. So all the hype, well, not all the hype, but most of the hype regarding the new games at E3 will be gone. And then people, since they're so hyped to play video games and everyone's out of school, boom, there's the Rockstar DLC that they could sink their time into and, have fun with it. And then the last week, the 27th, that's super far away. So when do I think it's going to be coming out? My bet is still either the 6th or the 20th. Although, super sleeper pick, maybe it doesn't come out on a Tuesday. Maybe it comes out on a Friday, the 16th, which is the Friday after E3. I could see that happening. But again, that's just my speculation. Jobless Saintsfan for the win. What do you think will be inside the bunkers? So the bunkers, I feel like, are going to be this DLC's version of vehicle warehouses, or just the regular crate warehouses, or the business opportunities from the biker stuff. You're going to need to own a bunker to participate in whatever gun running activities are going to be available, because that's, I'm sure, where you're going to bring back your weapons and whatever else you can bring back in the DLC. And then that's probably also where you can figure out where you're selling them to. Although, one thing that's interesting, the Mobile Operations Center, I'm wondering what that's going to do. Is that going to be the place where you sort of buy and sell and do your business from? And if so, are you going to have to be driving it everywhere, or is it something that you can just call up? Or it's going to be really interesting to see how that works, because I like the idea, but after a while, if it is something you have to be driving in, are you going to want to be driving in that all the time and not in your brand new cars, So it's going to be something interesting to see how that sort of works out. But what do I think will be in the bunkers besides the stuff I just mentioned? They already have the gun running, or not the gun running, but they already have the gun range, so that'll obviously be in there. And I'm sure there'll be other sort of little things, like the clubhouse or like the CEO office, some rooms that you can buy. Obviously, a lot of customization. I don't think there's going to be anything too special. They're probably just going to reformat the CEO office to become a bunker, basically. They're going to have a little gun safe, or a little couch where you could play some video games. I don't know. It's probably not going to be anything too crazy. Luca, do you think the new APC tank will be able to finally combat Hydras? I hope so. If they add a freaking anti-air vehicle and it can't combat Hydras, we've lost all hope. But yeah, I definitely think it will. It's going to be interesting though, man, because if that thing is a super crazy good lock-on, if the anti-air vehicle is super OP, then you'll never see a jet again, you know? Like, I don't... The balancing here, Rockstar's never been good at really balancing certain things, so that's definitely going to be something that a lot of people are going to look into. The one thing, Rockstar don't want to... I don't feel like Rockstar want to completely get rid of air vehicles or, like, Hydras, because Hydras are $3 million, and people buy them, you know, if they don't have them, obviously. They buy them, and that's probably more shark card money for them. So they definitely, I'm sure, want to balance this perfectly so people in the Hydras could still do their stuff, and then people in the APC tank with the anti-air can defend themselves, I guess. If a Hydra guy is near, I'm sure the lock-on range is probably super low on it, but I feel like, yes, the APC tank will be good against Hydras unless they have a limit on the rockets. Like, if there's only maybe a 2 or 4 limit on the rockets, maybe that's actually how they balance it. I don't know, but I definitely think it'll affect the way free roam is at the moment. You might even see some good guys just pretending to shoot down Hydras. Like, they'll be in the APC anti-air tank, and they'll just lock on to Hydras while other people are doing CEO work or vehicle work, you know? Sort of protecting them from the skies. Colin, do you think we'll have gun customization? Because the man on one of the pictures is holding a pimped assault rifle. Well, they did sort of say, yes, that there's going to be like new weaponized or weapon customization. I don't know what that will be, though, because I mean, really, in the game, weapons don't mean much. Like, all the weapons basically are the same for the most part. I mean, yeah, there's like a couple of little details, but it's not like Call of Duty or other first-person shooter games where weapons vary, you know, and there's certain weapons you want to use for certain situations. Like in GTA, all the 30 different assault rifles are basically the same, you know. All the miniguns are basically the same. All the LMGs are basically the same. The snipers, you know, shotguns and all stuff. Yeah, there's some are auto, some are, you know, semi-auto, whatever. But there's nothing that really changes them. There's nothing that makes one sort of so much better than the other, at least in my opinion. But what I think this customization will do, it might change that. It might give, you know, let's say an assault rifle, you put some customization on, and then it becomes a semi-automatic, but it does more damage, and it has a longer range or something. That would be really cool, and it would definitely improve the first-person shooter aspect of the game, and then also just having your weapon look different. That's another thing. So I definitely think that the weapon customization will be something that a lot of people will enjoy. Oof, what group will the update focus towards, CEO or MC? Well, like I sort of mentioned in the video I did earlier, it looks like it's going to be its own separate thing. I don't know what they're going to call it. Let me know in the comments, actually. That'll be this is not the last question, but that'll be the question of the day. What do you think they're going to call the gun running thing? Like, we have VIP, we have CEO, we have MC. What will the gun running be called? GR? That doesn't sound right. We need some like cool name for it. Then we have this. How much do you think the cheapest bunker will cost? Dude, this DLC is going to be expensive. Just looking at the pictures, the bunkers look crazy, like cool, and I'm sure they'll translate to some crazy prices, crazy high prices. We have all the weaponized vehicles, and you already know those weaponized vehicles. They ain't cheap, man. They're going to be like $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 million. The cheapest bunker, though, I feel like it's probably going to be $1 million. Just because that's what it is for the bank or for the offices. So I feel like that's what they're going to do for this bunker. They're going to make it $1 million, and it's probably going to be in some crappy location. But if you don't have enough money, then it'll be the only way you get a bunker. And then the final question, Peacemaker, what do you think the bunkers and mobile operation centers will have as far as new equipment and technology? So this is definitely my most anticipated thing to learn about regarding this DLC, the mobile operations center. How is that gonna work? I don't know. And how is it gonna work in relation to the bunker? Because if the bunker is just an office, if the bunker is just, well, if it's an office / warehouse all in one, then maybe you only use the mobile operations center to you know, get the research or get the guns that you're running. As far as new equipment and technology, I don't really know what they could add. I mean, there's not much that I would, apart from, you know, if they were to, in the bunkers, add some little mini games or some new arcade games or some, you know, something like pool or air hockey or something, instead of the crappy stuff we got at the moment, like arm wrestling and darts. If they want to add some cool stuff like that, that would be nice. But apart from that, I don't know. I mean, that's another question that you guys can let me know in the comments what you sort of think. You know, what do you want to see when it comes to these bunkers and mobile operations centers? Are you hoping for something crazy, or you just want it to basically be how it is with the offices and the warehouses, where it's just something, you know, you go and get and hopefully it looks cool and then that's it? That is it though with the Q&A, so thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA content. Like I said, over the next few days, I know it's a little late, but I want to do some more in-depth videos on this gun running DLC info because I'm really excited, and this, you know, the screenshots that Rockstar put out definitely piqued my interest a little bit more. And like some of those vehicles, man, the bunker entrance looks so awesome. So I can't wait until we get maybe a trailer or something. Maybe that's what they'll do. Going back to the release date, maybe they'll release a trailer next week at E3, and then it'll come out the following week. That probably is more likely. They'll release a trailer because if there is some new Red Dead Redemption 2 information, maybe they start with a trailer for gun running. They're like, hey guys, it's out this Friday. Boom. You know, I could see that happening. But anyway, that is it with the video. Thank you all, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.